Hi, my name is Brooke Lipman,
And I'm Dr. Deb Lipman,
and this is Wine Together.
a podcast where we drink some wine and have a chat.
So sit back, relax, and get that corkscrew ready. Okay. What?
You're loud.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Cheers.
cheers to spring.
Yes. I know,
So
I'm so
beautiful
excited.
Yeah.
The lighting is actually really kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's because, we have the outside light. So, yeah.
We can see the mountains.
A
The
little
plants
bit,
are
yeah.
getting
We could see
some
them a little bit better yesterday.
Much needed longer daylight.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. We're actually recording this the day before the spring equinox.
Oh, yeah.
It'll drop the Sunday after the spring equinox.
Yes.
Which about 3 or 4 days later. So yeah, that's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
So what is the spring equinox? What does that mean?
I don't know.
It means that the day, the daylight and the night, like it's even,
Okay.
equal, equinox.
Interesting.
So as much daylight as there is not daylight.
Okay.
So there's an equinox in spring and an equinox in autumn.
Yeah.
And then the solstice is, the longest days and the longest nights. So the winter solstice in December
Yeah.
is the longest night.
Sorry, there's something on my wine glass and it's bothering me.
It sounds like a chip the way you're rubbing over it.
It's not. It's something that's on top of it, like lipstick or something that's hardened onto it.
I'm sorry. I guess I didn't get it clean.
That's okay. It happens.
At least you know
That's
it's
fine.
your lipstick.
I mean, that's true, yeah.
It's not my lipstick because we have specific glasses. Yours has the purple.
Yeah.
Mine has the
Oh, it's
silver.
pretty good.
I'm missing an eye. Oh, is it? I haven't tasted it yet. So exciting.
What happened to the... Okay, never mind. Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
That
I
is,
think,
it is light
you know,
for spring, like a light.
I know. I think rosé is good for spring because it's like in between red and
There
white.
you go. That's a perfect way to say it.
Yeah. So
You're
it's
smart.
Great. Yeah.
That's smart. Yeah, that is a very good way to look. And it is, and it's light and it's refreshing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it. I do. It's so funny because we had a show where we talked about the things we like about autumn, and I completely forgot to mention that I hate my allergies when they come up in autumn.
I think you talked about allergies.
Did I? I thought I had missed.
I don't
Maybe
remember. That was
maybe I talked about it at a later show, but
that was like months ago.
it was many months ago, and yes, I've already started my Claritin. So I started getting itchy eyes a few weeks ago. I've actually been on the Claritin about 10 days now.
There's a lot of brown roofs, and the other day that one
It's yellow.
it was completely yellow because of the pollen.
Yeah,
It's
and
crazy.
this is still early here, so I think that we're going to see a lot more pollen. I know some parts of the U.S. are already seeing lots and lots of pollen. I know, because we live there. And so we experience that. However, we don't usually experience it here till all the really cold nights are gone.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have some more cold nights.
Yeah, next week it's going to be cold again.
Yeah.
It's like every other week now.
It is. It's
cold,
we have
warm,
a little
cold,
tease,
warm.
and that's the weather here, though.
Yeah.
I mean, so we'll still see snow on the mountains. We'll see snow on the mountain here at the Euro. That's right across from our apartment. We'll see that until April.
Yeah.
So the past few years, I've seen snow in April. So I'm expecting more snow. Not necessarily here in the valley, in the tall, here where we are, but definitely in the mountains.
Yeah.
But this is just beautiful. I mean, the daffodils are.
Sorry, I just didn't know if your microphone was on.
It's my green light not.
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't really tell. It's hard to tell with the light.
With the light, yeah. But my daffodils are blooming quite. Oh, they're just beautiful. I'll have to get some photos. So I'll definitely have to. I did when they started peeking up. We did one picture with the wine. But
they really got crazy today. Like it wasn't even that much yesterday. Because I woke up this morning and they were like.
I know. I'm so excited. Yeah. So I want to get some. I want to get out there and get some photos. But yeah. You know, but yeah, I still, even with all my clear time, still got a stuffy nose. Like it feels like someone has pushed cotton balls up my nose. Oof. And I'm using the nasal spray. I'm doing everything.
You don't 100% know that it's not also because you're getting sick.
Right, I don't know that. I don't know that. You're right, because I've had some scratchy throat in the past couple of weeks.
Someone else is sick.
Someone else in the house.
And I had a migraine yesterday, so.
Yeah, it happens, It's just, but still, springtime. I always love it because I'm finally sitting outside. I know we've talked about it, or I've talked about this, how I love to sit out on the balcony, have a glass of wine in the evenings, and it's time. I mean, that time's coming. I'm so excited about it.
I know. I get to keep my door open, which is fine until you get those spiders that are this big in your room. Oh my God. That was scary. Maybe I should post that on the Instagram. I took a picture of it.
You should post that picture. That was a very big spider. It was a
very ginormous spider. I'll post that probably on Monday after this comes out so that people will know what it is. 4 people that follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, that's okay. Tell others, please. Tell others that, we're looking for followers or just because we do enjoy this.
We just changed our podcast hosts also.
Yeah. So we're hoping to get more followers.
We're hoping things are going to be different, but
wider audience.
Yeah, we're going to see how that pans out. And I think it'll be better because
it's so funny because if we were in the U.S. at this time of year, I would already be switching my clothes out. And I know, I know you young people, y'all don't do that anymore. I get that. Y'all think that's a crazy thing your mother did.
It's so much work.
I'm so sorry.
Your phone's ringing?
It is.
So unprofessional.
I turned the volume down, but I didn't turn it on.
Why didn't you put it on silent?
Because the new phone, I can't do it with my
so easily. Right. I forgot it's
switch anymore.
It's the other button.
Yeah, and so that was so funny. But anyway, I would already be switching my clothes out. And I was saying that, I know that's something that younger people listening to this would say, oh, my mom used to do that. I used to think that was the dumbest thing. But, even with lots of closet space, I just don't want my winter clothes with my spring, summer clothes. So, like, if I were in the U.S., I'd probably already be doing the half switch. Because I do a half switch.
Yeah.
I get the short sleeve blouses out and still have some of the cardigan sweaters out so that I can, layer better.
Yeah.
But I can't even do that here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have my spring clothes with my winter clothes. My sweaters are all in my closet or hanging up, and my short sleeve stuff is in my drawers, except for my pants, but because I don't have enough shorts to justify just having a drawer for them.
Yeah.
But I have enough room for, like, my jeans and my leggings and stuff. But, I mean, those are also, like, spring clothes.
Well, I'm just embarrassed to say I've kind of taken over every closet in this apartment, except yours.
Yeah, I know. But mine, not that mine are not full. Which is really bad.
I do. I consume everything. I'm a consumer.
But,
for sure. Yeah. I consume your space, your time, with all my talking. And, I do. I'm a consumer. Sorry.
But, no, I mean, I have so many workout clothes that, like, I need to go through them this summer.
I do have a full drawer. And I've got my dresser, they have large drawers. Yeah. And I have a workout drawer full.
Oh,
do I really have more need than that many? I don't know. Because,
I have a lot. Yeah, no.
So I just, sometimes I start to recognize my overconsumption and I start to feel a little bit of guilt about it. But
Yeah.
You know.
But it's tough, like, because with my sweatshirts, it's tough because a lot of them are from, most of my sweatshirts are from trips or from colleges.
Yep,
I don't
agree.
have sweatshirts from, like, anything else.
Right.
So that's the tough thing is I have so many of those that I'm like, I can't get rid of these because they're from, like, trips and, like, and most of them I do still wear. But, yeah, it's just there's so many, and because they're so big, because they're sweatshirts, they take up a lot of space.
They do take up
so
space.
That's really tough.
Yeah.
And lately I've been wearing, like, the crop top sweatshirts a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's the weather. They're warm on the inside, so when it's cold, and then they're also, like, easy to not, like, roll up the sleeves and stuff when it's warm. So I've been wearing them every week.
Well, you were telling me when you were coming back from the store that we've got some daisies popping up.
Yes, there's a lot of daisies on the ground.
I'm excited
like,
to go out
right
and see that.
Here.
Can I see it without having to go all the way down there?
I think so. I think Dad saw them because I told him, and
Look,
he said, "Oh
I know
yeah,
I
they're."
sound lazy, but I have a broken toe right now.
Yeah, that's true. You did.
I can't go out and do.
Yeah.
My foot hurts really, really bad.
Because even going on the elevator, like you could hit your toe on the door, and
yeah.
And that door downstairs is really heavy.
It is. I can imagine it. And I've had, actually, since I hurt my toe, I've had that vision of one of the doors hitting it. And but everything that touches, even when I put my socks on, it hurts. So I'm gonna not be able to walk as much as for the next probably 4 to 6 weeks. I won't get as much walking.
Probably not even that long. It's a toe. So like I said the other day, as long as it doesn't break into your foot, you should be fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to be really careful. I've got the 2 toes taped together. It's so ugly. It's so bruised. It's really, really bad. And I'm trying to keep a sock on it. Trying to keep it, compressed a little bit and keep it elevated. So, but I did walk to the store yesterday. It was slow. Took me a long, long time. As long as I don't try to push, too hard. But I know for sure, like, as far as an exercise walk, I won't be doing that for a while. And speaking of spiders, we got one crawling up.
Oh, I see.
There right now.
Right where the door is going to be open later.
Yeah, he's taking advantage of us, it looks like. But I like this whole year because it is, the sun is bright. The sunshine always helps me as far as my mental health.
Yeah.
Sunshine helps me. And I know that for sure. And so I try to be out in the sun every day.
Yeah.
Just a little bit every day. Just had a little sun therapy just right after lunch. Sat out there for about 15 minutes, listened to some music. So I thought that was really nice. And yesterday I got to sit out in the sun.
The good thing about my room is that it's right where the sun always is. Like, the sun is always there. So sometimes it gets really hot in there, even when I have the door open. So, like, I have my door open right now, actually. I left it open because it's shorter to go through the balcony into my room.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Except when you go through after we finish.
I know, we have to get rid of that spider.
I don't see it right now.
At least he's not as big as the one from yesterday.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Yeah.
There was a couple weeks ago an even bigger spider on the ceiling. I told you about that, and it crawled behind the little desk.
Well, hopefully it has starved to death.
Oh, I'm sure it's gone by now. We never saw it after that, so.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It was
huge. I'm not a fan of sharing my space
with the spiders. Yeah, no, me neither.
I mean,
apparently he's fine with it,
but I used to have a much, much, much greater fear of spiders than I do now. However, there's still that anxiety that comes along with it, and it just, like last night when you texted me, come in here.
I know. I was like, I almost cried. I almost cried because that spider was so big. And like normally that doesn't bother me. I'm fine with like if I like spiders, but if they're in my room, they're done. You're dead.
I don't go out into their space, so I don't think that they need to come in.
Exactly. I don't bother them when they're outside, but if you're in my room, in my space, you've just waged war on me. So you're done. Goodbye.
You invaded.
Exactly.
Who is the invader?
Self-defense.
I think we all know who the invader is. Man. So maybe I don't need to say any more about that. We know who invaded who.
Yeah.
And so we know who gets to defend themselves against the invader.
My space. But that big one, I couldn't do it. That thing was about as big as I am. Let's be honest.
It definitely was.
It was huge. It was definitely as big as my nose.
It was so funny because I was getting ready to get in the shower, so I had to come out of the bathroom in my robe and I walk onto the balcony because I couldn't get in your room.
I'm sorry. I had the door already locked.
And so I had to walk out on the balcony, walk through your room, through that open door on the balcony, and I see it, and I come running. Well, no, I'm not running right now, by the way, in case I hobble back to the door that goes into the living room, dining room area, and of course your dad's playing his game. Yeah. And I had said he's playing his game, and I yelled, emergency, emergency, emergency.
I was crying.
Like, what?
I was literally crying.
You got to go take care of this. It was, and I guess that's one thing that happens with springtime. When it starts to warm up,
spiders
are kind of coming out of the walls and wherever. We're going to notice that. So it's just, but it is temporary and so so we got to clean the outside. We're going to have to clean the balcony. We're going to have to clean out there to get rid of the things that kind of lure them into the space. Got to get rid of the weeds and the plants and stuff.
I mean, I also need to vacuum my room again.
Yeah, you do. We still got that's something that can be done this week. Yeah, I will say this. I mean, I like the spring cleaning time. Probably not going to be as active. I'm probably going to need 10 days. Yeah. But, I do like that time when I can open all the doors and just kind of air out the place. Mm-hmm. It just gets so stuffy in the winter. I mean, we keep a door propped open year round. Yeah. Because it gets so stuffy in here. Because, again, our doors are really, really good doors.
Yeah. That's the nice thing. In the winter, I can have my balcony door open at night. I can't do that in the summer because the bugs all fly in and they get in my ears and stuff. Yeah. So, and especially now, I'm up on the loft bed that it's... Yeah. It's going to be worse. I'm going to have to... Because what I was thinking was, in the summers, maybe having my mattress on the ground. Because this summer, I had my mattress on the ground, the entire summer. Yeah. When we got my new bed and, we had to get me a new mattress and stuff. Yeah. And that was actually... It was really nice. Sleeping on the ground this summer.
I don't... I'm just gonna. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I wouldn't do it if it were me.
I mean, if I get rid of that chair, even though I like having another chair in my room, but you guys were talking about that chair, which I'm fine with. I don't know why people think I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, I know you're okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll deal with it. It's fine.
It's just kind of a weird thing, but
yeah. But, I mean, if I get rid of that, it would be a little bit easier. And then, because what I was doing, I was picking up the mattress and moving it during the day.
Yeah. That's a little time to work out for you right there.
Yeah.
You know what? It's so funny because you were the last, you were the youngest, so you just graduated from college, so we don't have any more kids in college, so no more spring breaks. So that's something about springtime. This time of year is spring break time, and... we're not no more spring break. You had a really good one last year. We had a great. Yeah. I'm sorry that we went on it with you, but
Well, I mean, who else would have gone?
I don't know, but I will say I thought Iceland was a great spring break.
It was really nice. Yeah.
It really was. I hate we didn't get to see the lights, but we'll go back another time.
Yeah, we have to go in the winter.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's cold as the dickens, but you know what? That's why you buy those Icelandic wool sweaters.
Coats. I can't wear the wool; they're too itchy.
I love the sweaters. Yeah. The wool sweaters. I know they are. You have to get. But some people just have allergic reaction. I haven't had an allergic reaction.
I don't know if it's an allergic reaction, but I get kind of red. So.
Yeah, I think that. But I love it. I wear wear a base layer under it, and I'm just, I just love my.
See, for me, it's even itchy with the base layer.
Yeah.
Which is a problem. I don't know if I just need to get used to it or something, but yeah. Because I was trying, I have that one sweater, but I haven't really been able to wear it. Because I don't have anything to put underneath it.
Yeah.
I also don't like wearing stuff under my sweaters. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I can remember warm,
that. Getting stuck on the arms.
As I gotten older, I can remember not wanting anything underneath. Because I could not do a base layer and then another layer. I just felt stuffy and I felt like I was choking.
Yeah, and it also the sleeves, because even when you hold the sleeve to put another sweater on, it still gets all weird and you can't fix it.
This one did. I had to. Yeah. It took me 5 or 6 turns of the sleeves today.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, but I at my age, I kind of need the base layer. You know, even with this beautiful sunshiny weather, I need the base layer because I tend to, you know, get a cough if my core gets cold.
Yeah.
Just, you know, just.
I don't know. I've been overheating a lot lately when I'm like, unless I'm like sitting still and doing nothing, and then I get like really cold. But if I'm just like, even just like walking or just standing up, I overheat a lot lately.
Yeah.
So.
Well, direct sun, I guess, you know, it can be, especially, you know, with direct sun onto the glass. It is heat. That's heat. It generates some heat. But I guess the remedy to that is to be outside where you can feel a little bit of breeze.
Yeah. But I mean, even when I'm on my runs, like if it's like -1 in the morning when I'm on my run, if I'm wearing like the things, I have to take them off because like I get really, really sweaty and like really hot when I'm outside.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah, that seems kind of, you know, but you know, I think that it is, you know your body, you know what you need to do. Just you know, just because it's allowed doesn't mean you need to get naked outside and go hiking naked. You know? Just because dust is allowed.
Good.
No reason to do it.
People are weird.
People are weird.
Yeah. But I keep getting ads for those barefoot shoes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I really think you would enjoy those, actually.
Yeah, well, not right now.
Well, no. But I mean, like in the summer.
I think that I wouldn't mind trying them.
Yeah.
Because I've looked at them and thought, yeah, I wouldn't mind trying this. But yeah, I definitely, unfortunately, you know, I got to deal with this injury. It feels so stupid. It just feels so stupid. But, you know, and when I look at it, you know, when I'm getting ready, I take the socks off at night and I look at it, it's like, oh, it's so awful. It's just is gross looking.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like you can do it. Like, even if you went to the doctor, they'd just put tape on it and be like, take an ibuprofen or paracetamol and go. Yeah. Like, they're not going to do anything.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's
a toe.
Yeah. And it's the pinky toe
of
all things. It's
the pinky toe.
Which, fortunately...
You wouldn't need it if something happened.
The only thing is I'm finding, like, with having to not put any weight down on it, I'm finding that my shins are starting to hurt.
Yeah. It's because you're pronating.
Yeah.
So, like, that's actually really bad for your knees, too. But it starts in your shins and can cause shin splints. Yeah. That's something you learn a lot in ballet.
I definitely
like, don't do that.
have to be careful with as I'm walking.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying not to put any weight, but I think that I need to try to deal with a little bit of pressure on it.
Yeah.
Because, again, the shin splints are already starting.
Yeah.
I'm just 3 days into this broken toe. So, it's a little frustrating. But it's funny that, I mean, it's terrible, but it's, you know, what else am I going to do? I might as well laugh about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just everything that touches it. I'm like, so, and this is the time of year I do want to kind of be outside.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny because you didn't know I had broken my toe Sunday night. You had already gone to bed, I guess, maybe. I don't know. And so, you know, I get up Monday morning. I had your dad look at it, and it was swollen. It was bruised pretty bad. And we were like, okay, we're going to figure this out. And then so I go ahead and get dressed, and I had forgotten it was St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And so then, you had already, I don't know, did you go for a run Monday morning?
No.
Okay, you didn't. And so we're getting dressed, we're getting ready, and you see me with the green slide shoes on.
Yeah.
And you said, did you put those on because you didn't have green on? And I'm like, no, I think I broke my toe last night. And then I can't get another shoe on. And so I had to look at it. You go and get those mesh things, you know, to try to protect it and at the store for me. Thank you. And so it was just like, okay, gotta tell my dumb story. But yeah, I dropped something pretty heavy on it, and I was standing on a stone floor, and it did not hit the stone floor, thank goodness, but it hit my toe.
I mean, the amount of time
my toe was smashed between the gravity of that heavy object and that stone floor.
My God. I almost dropped my moisturizer on my toe in the bathroom once. That's because, like, when I'm in the bathroom, I have, like, my contact case, like, of all my new contacts, and then my comb, my phone, my glasses, and my moisturizer that I have to carry because I don't have pockets in my pajamas. So I have to carry all of that like with 2 hands. And the amount of times I have dropped either my phone or my moisturizer so close to my feet, just...
I will say, from now on, will let whatever it is hit the floor.
Well, yeah, no, it always hits the floor.
I'm not gonna, and I wasn't trying to stop it when I told. It really happened so fast that I didn't even know it was gonna hit, and it hit just right. I mean, just right, and of course it's gonna hit just right. You know, because gotta all the drama. But still.
Yeah.
So my flowers that I'm looking forward to in late spring. This is very early spring, but late spring, my lavender plant should be blooming, and it'll smell so good. But it does draw the bees, but it's okay.
Yeah. I also have flowers that I need to plant that I got in the fall.
There are seeds. You got seeds.
Yeah.
We need to do that now, probably.
So,
Which I don't know. We'd probably be okay to do it later in the. We could do it this weekend because I know it's going to get cold, but I think with a seed you still might be okay. Mm-hmm. So we can do that this weekend.
Yeah, I can't remember. It said instructions. One of them, it's like July though that you're supposed to plant it.
Oh well,
or something like that.
Plant those then.
Yeah, some of. I think they're both maybe like July.
Well, you should check it for sure. It's because maybe it won't be this weekend. Maybe it'll be.
Yeah. Because I had got them, like, when I was doing all the gardening in August, because you guys weren't here.
Yeah.
And I was taking care of the plants. And then after that, I was, like, I had a lot of fun with the sunflowers, so I was like, I want to get some flowers.
Yep.
So.
Okay, good. Well, yeah, let's definitely check when you need to plant those. And also, there's some of the plants are on sale right now. A lot of the flowers are on sale, so I'm kind of excited. We should probably go get a couple.
Yeah, Cope always has really nice flowers.
Yeah. Little, whatever that thing of flowers is.
Yeah. Well, I got you a thing of a sunflower for your birthday last year. Because it was on sale, like on your birthday. So it was like.
It's very, very pretty. Thank you. I did love it.
Yeah. I know. Hopefully it'll come back. Because, I mean, the bottom of it's still planted in there, even though the stems obviously died.
Yeah. I hope it comes back too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know for sure our daffodils are going to have to be separated this year.
Okay.
This is maybe the second year that they've been out there, and they went from one bulb to, I know there's at least 15 bulbs in there in 2 years. And so we definitely need to separate those bulbs after, we'll take them out of the ground in the summer, maybe put them in the freezer till November, and then in November we'll have to spread them out.
Yeah.
Which is kind of exciting because I'll have daffodils all over the balcony soon. That's exciting. Yeah, because I love this time of year. I know it, messes with my sensitivities, my allergies, but I still getting to see the flowers, getting to walk out. You see the rivers here, the water is so clear.
Yeah.
And, when it starts to warm up, it just, kind of feels like that water is kind of calling you to kind of just dip your feet in it.
Oh, it's still too cold. It's too cold.
But that's what I need to put my foot in.
But we're gonna start seeing people swimming in the river soon.
We will. People here are there's when the sun is out, people are at the river. Down by the riverside. I'm telling you, they are down by the riverside. They'll shoot off their fireworks year round. Well, not year round, because in the winter they don't hang out down there much. You got a few of us who will walk down there. Like, I love to any time of the year.
It's too cold.
I like to be down by the water, but soon the riverbanks are crowded with people. I mean, huge families, just going down there and
but then we
spending
can
the day. It's
go
amazing.
to the dock and sit outside, and it won't be as crowded as it was on Friday.
Oh my goodness, we can
to stand at the bar.
There were actually people walking in and then turn around and walking back out. Yeah, it was very crowded, so I am excited to be able to do some outdoor bars.
Yeah.
And my bar's going up.
Bar.
My half a bar is going up in Solothurn, and so excited. I saw the building structure going up last week. And I was so excited. That's probably my favorite springtime event is the half a bar being built, and it's like a pop-up bar, and they pop up this bar right by the river, and it's there until late September, October. It's so exciting.
Actually, I think it's early September.
Okay.
Because
there's September 20 something. 2 years ago, it was. I think it was around the 24th. It was still open.
This year, I think it closed in early September.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or
Yeah,
last year, I guess.
I was not here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It's funny, we're talking about spring break, and the photo on your
I know it's from spring break.
your background photo on your
computer
is
from
spring
Iceland,
break
yeah.
last year. Iceland. It's beautiful.
I know it really does look like I got it from the computer.
It does look like stock photo.
It does not look real.
It's so pretty. So pretty. Yeah, I do love. I love springtime. I like I like good light wine and sitting out there. I love an excuse to sit on the balcony. And it still gets cold at night here in the spring. Even in the summer, it cools down at night. It doesn't get cold.
Yeah.
But it cools down at night. And so sometimes, I have to have my blankets out there till almost the end of June. I have to have my blankets on the balcony for nighttime sitting and drinking wine. Because, I drink my wine at night.
I think my side is itchy.
Sorry.
I must be sweaty.
Yeah.
No, I like the spring colors. The pastels.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's like Easter colors or whatever.
Yeah, that's definitely how a southern person would describe it.
Yeah.
Us from the south, southern United States, we would say, ooh, Easter colors.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing my pastel lavender leggings.
Yeah, there you go, nice. And
from Target.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but yeah, I think that we definitely, relate the color theme, the color palette as Easter colors.
Yeah.
I certainly did when I was younger.
Our bunnies.
Yeah, our bunnies are. But, I will change my table setting out after Easter to it'll still be spring, but I'll change my, here.
Gonna get rid of the bunnies?
I'll change my bunny placemats with flower, with a spring flower.
Guess that's fair.
Yeah, but that definitely, I'll probably keep the actual bunny figures on the table.
Okay, and just
I would definitely.
Oh, those bunnies, yeah.
Just the placemats I'll take up.
Okay.
And put flowers down instead of the bunnies. So.
Okay.
But I like the first part of spring to be this, and then the second part of spring I will do.
Well, there's not that much spring left after Easter.
No, it's about halfway. It's only about halfway in. Which is,
2 months.
Think about it.
End of
3
April.
months is about a month and a half. Yeah, that's normal. And then I'll have to get ready for summer. Oh my goodness, yeah.
I'm excited for summer. I wish we could change out the paintings with every season. But that painting goes with everything.
It does. We could do any color candle beside of it, and it just works.
It looks good.
Even
I think it's the frame. I don't even think it's necessarily the painting. It's definitely the frame.
Okay. Yeah. It definitely works.
But yeah, it works for every season too.
Yeah, it definitely works. And so so no, we won't be changing out the painting. No. Sorry. But
yeah,
we would change the food we eat. Oh, by the way, you're cooking. This weekend,
I'm cooking on Saturday. Yes, I did. Oh, my water bottle's getting hot from the sun.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm not cooking this weekend. I cooked today.
Yeah.
Probably cook tomorrow. But you're cooking this Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited about that.
I know, me too. But you can't be upset by the vegetables I put in it.
Why? What do you mean? What are you putting in it?
I don't know, just normal vegetables. But I mean, you can't be upset by how it's cooked.
I've asked you not to do leeks.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
I just. But other onions, I'm good with other onions.
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. You can't be upset by how it's cooked.
Okay. Yeah, no, because No. As long as you cook the rice completely.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. But I do think you should add the fruit to it.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. I think it'll be really good with pineapple in it.
Yeah. And so.
But also you can't take over because you always get upset about people not cooking, and then when other people do, you take over and start cooking. It's what's the point?
I know. I know, and I'm gonna not. I promise. I've already bought all the sauce. And I don't know, what else do we need to get so that you have everything. There's the right oil that you need. You've got the sauces.
We have
got lots of spices.
Yeah, I think we have everything. So.
Okay.
But yeah.
We'll double check on your veggies before on Friday, because we do eat the veggies throughout the week.
Yeah.
For salads in the evenings and stuff like that. We do tend to You know the veggies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not even using a recipe. I'm just gonna wing it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's kind of the way I do it. I tend to.
I looked up a recipe, but all the recipes also have the recipe for the sauce, and I'm like, I just thought that.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the teriyaki sauce has sesame seeds in it.
Is it good?
I thought it tasted fine.
You liked it. Was it sweet?
It tasted like teriyaki.
Okay. All right. Which to me tends to be sweet.
Yeah.
So,
It's supposed to be sweet.
That's okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't care about the sesame seeds.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
If anyone else
I got a big
gonna
enough gap in the front of my tooth. The slaughter. I hate my gap. I'm sorry. I know I laugh and smile but I do hate my smile.
I need to get like those invisible, like the invisible braces.
Yeah.
I need to get those.
Yeah. So kind of sorry that you inherited my teeth. You should have inherited Dad's side. They got such strong, straight teeth. It's just amazing. It's like, that's probably what attracted me was those teeth. Oh, I want my kids to have nice, strong teeth like that. Yeah, I don't know. I know. I hear myself sniffling. I'm trying to not do that while we're recording, but
It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I like. Let's see. Spring drinks when the half bar opens. I tend to, it's funny because we only will get a beer when we go there.
Yeah.
We tend to only get beer when we go to half a bar. Because the cocktails are expensive.
Yeah.
And there's lots of sugar in them.
Yeah.
We try to avoid, that. But, and they charge a lot for the wine. They charge more than, they charge you what they pay for the bottle for one glass. And so, and look, I get that. I get that people have to make money. But, it just, so we tend to stick with the beer. Because it's inexpensive. So, but I don't get there's not necessarily a spring drink that I like there. Like I said, we do the beer. But there is a summer drink that at least once I want to get that cocktail. There's a strawberry mimosa.
Yeah, mojito.
Mojito,
You got it.
sorry,
you already
mojito.
talked about that on the
Okay, yeah. And then I also, I like the Hugo.
I've never had that.
Yeah, I used to make Hugos here.
I
can't get the syrup.
I can't get a cocktail anywhere except at home because they're too sugary.
They are sugary.
There's so way too much sugar in it. Yeah. Like I can't do it.
I know that one time we did a bar crawl right before you went. So it was right before you went to London.
I think so. Yeah.
We did a bar crawl, and we ended up by the time we got to the last bar, we were good and tipsy, and of course their signature drink that night was the porn star martini.
Yeah.
Oh, but that was so good. It had the fig in it, and I was so excited about that.
That was pretty good.
It was really good. I know a lot of them use passion fruit, but this one they used fig, and I thought that was so
Well, that's
unique.
what a porn star martini, like that's an actual drink that's, and that's what it is. It's made with fig.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of people, like the bar in Bern, she used passion fruit.
Interesting.
Yeah, she used passion fruit, and I was like, oh, well, okay. But, so the first one had fig, and I kind of like the fig, but...
Oh, speaking of fruits, I don't know why. Oh, I was thinking of this because of the lemonade. They had that guava lemonade, and I'm a little bit scared to get it because I've never had guava before.
You have.
Have I?
As a baby.
Okay, that doesn't count. My gosh, we've been through this before. That does not count. I don't remember it.
But you didn't break out and you didn't have an allergic
reaction.
Well,
yeah, that's not my problem. I mean, I don't know if I like it.
You just gotta try it then.
We don't have guava here. Unless we're going to go to Mexico and get guava.
No, try the drink. The lemonade is
okay. Yeah, but it's a big thing and it's expensive. I mean,
I will drink it if you don't like it, because I do like guava. Especially with vodka.
Well, I did get my regular lemonade for tomorrow when it's warmer.
Yeah.
We were talking about this in the store, that lemonade on a warm day just hits different.
It does.
Ice cold lemonade on a warm day.
So perfect.
So good.
Yeah.
Just a regular old lemonade with nothing in it.
Mm-hmm.
It just hits different.
It absolutely does. There's something about the sunshine. Something about the sun and lemonade. They just pair so well together.
Because it's yellow. Or strawberry lemonade, too, is really good.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We used to get the the powder for the strawberry lemonade.
We did. Yeah, the Crystal Light, I think is what it was called.
No, there was the other one.
Country
and the
Time.
round. Yes.
Country Time. That's right. Country Time lemonade. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's been so long.
Stuff. That was good stuff. But they have you put like a cup of sugar in the...
Yeah.
That's so much.
That's a lot of sugar.
I never... Because like in the US, we made Kool-Aid all the time. And I never realized...
we always did less than what they recommend.
No, we always did what they... Like a cup of sugar.
Half to 3/4 cup.
I never realized how much sugar that was until we moved here.
Yep.
And now I see a cup of sugar and I'm like, that is so much sugar.
That is a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
And I'm from the South, and I grew up, my mother's sweet tea was like syrup. Like if you put it in the fridge, it was viscous the next day, like syrup. So I grew up with that sweet tea. Mm-hmm. Not lemon in it, just sweet tea and sugar. And so I think when I first kind of got out on my own, I stuck with that because that's what I knew. Yeah. But then I started getting away from that, drinking more water, trying to be more conscious of my sugar intake. And once I got away from it and tried it again, it's way. So crazy. I can't go back.
I know, because like in, I don't know when I saw, this was a couple years ago, I saw this, that someone, I think it was like online or something, they were talking about how in Europe, if you ask for like iced tea, you get unsweetened tea, but in the US, you have to specify if you want it unsweetened.
Yes, it's absolutely opposite. It's absolutely opposite.
Right, but also I was just thinking, you know, it'd be so good as a Bojangles sweet tea.
And some Bo Rounds.
Oh my God.
I do love the Bo Rounds. It's so funny because when I was in the U.S., there was a Bojangles not too far from me. Mm-hmm. I never ate there.
That's good though.
Like
that
4.5
place is so
months.
bad.
4.5 months. I did not eat it.
So
I didn't go to Bojangles. I didn't go to Taco Bell. I didn't go to any of the fast food restaurants. Yeah. I didn't go to McDonald's. Yeah. Shockingly, I didn't. I did give me some Smithfields.
Well, you can't be in North Carolina and not get Smithfields.
But I didn't. It was so funny because I didn't get Smithfields until I was probably there 2 months. Mm-hmm. And I was looking for a Belk because I needed a dress.
Yeah.
Because my sister said, you need a dress for Sunday. I said, oh, I don't have a dress with me. So I had to go buy a dress. And I was looking for a Belk, and a girl I work with told me where there was a Belk. And when I was going to that Belk, I saw the Smithfields, and I said, oh, wow, maybe I should get Smithfields. Well, I talked myself out of it. Didn't go that night. But it didn't take more than 2-3 nights later. I was at Smithfield. I was like, oh my gosh, that's and so then good. It became like probably a every other week thing. You know.
When did we go with Mason? Was that when we were going to Myrtle Beach? And like when we were taking me back to school that one January?
Maybe. That sounds correct. That sounds correct.
I know we went to Smithfields and we went with Mason.
Yeah, I think that was around that time, January. That was January 21? No, 23.
Yeah, that's
January
right.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the four of us being, you know, it was fun. Mm-hmm. Wow, we had a great place at Myrtle Beach. That was
really nice.
It was a nice place that we stayed at. Big rooms, a huge balcony. Mm-hmm. We were up high enough that we could really see things, and it was so funny because we had been back here about a week. I think the week we came back was when they shot down that what they thought was a spy balloon. The military shot it down right at that place where we were staying. Yeah. So we would have gotten to see it had we stayed longer, but that was so funny.
Yeah. Where did we go? Because I know I got candy cigarettes from somewhere. Because I remember I took the picture with the candy cigarette and a beer.
Well, there was this, was it Barefoot on the Beach? Was that the little mall? I don't remember if that's what it was called. But anyway, there was this little mall kind of thing that's kind of open, but year round is, I think that might be what it's called. But there were several little shops and things open. I know that I kind of went a little crazy at a couple of the mall stores. Like I thought I was going to have to buy an extra suitcase to get.
I don't remember, but that was really cute. But I don't know.
But then we went shopping in New York after that. Like
you went shopping. I didn't get anything from New York except for
South
Junior's.
Carolina. We shopped.
I didn't get very much.
We went shopping.
But
so
I don't know what it is.
South Carolina and New York.
I don't know what it is about candy cigarettes, but I love those things. They're so like stupid. But I found them at the 7-Eleven at Dean. They had candy cigarettes there.
That's
and so I got them, and my roommates were like, "What is wrong with you?"
Leave it to Massachusetts to still be living in the 70s. I'm just saying.
They have. Well, doesn't Mass General Store have them too?
I don't know. Mass General Store has so much candy, and they really, really know how to get you. Because they have these cute little buckets, and they're not little buckets, but they call them cute little buckets. And you walk around with this bucket, and I'll take a couple of these, or a couple of these, because it's all, bulk candy. Yeah. And before you know it, they charge by the pound. And before you know it, you've got 10 pounds of candy. Yeah. And, fortunately, one year, did we have all of us at Myrtle Beach one year when we had been to a Mass General Store and bought candy?
That was in Hendersonville.
Yes, but it wasn't. This was a different place at the beach.
I'd only been to Myrtle Beach that one time.
Okay, never mind.
That's the only time I've been to Myrtle Beach.
So it was just the 4 of us. Anyway, needless to say, we had a big old bucket of candy with us when we went to. So we took it down to the beach. But yeah, it just is so funny because it's the candies that I remember liking as a kid. And so, you gotta try this. We used to try this. Y'all gotta try this.
I love the old candies. I love old candy stores.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
I really do. There's so much fun.
Remember that one in Lexington?
Yeah, it's still there. I think. I'm pretty sure the Candy Factory is still there.
Yeah, I love that place.
The Candy Factory.
Oh, jeez. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that it is. I'm pretty sure it's still on Main Street. I know Main Street, Lexington, has changed a lot. It's not the same, but I'm pretty sure that one is still there and possibly updated. But that's what I love about these stores, like Mass General Store and Candy Factory. The wood floors when you walk in, and they honestly look like the original wood floors. They're dark colored, almost like they're covered in dirt or something. But just the decor on the walls. It looks like you've stepped back in time. And I'm not like looking forward. I am not a. I want to go back to the old days kind of person. I am not. I think that we need to be forward thinking. I think we need to make sure we're listening to the voices of young people because y'all are closer to what works in society better than we are. So we need to be listening to your voice about how to make things kind of great. But I don't think there's ever an again. I think it just needs to always be forward movement. And so fail forward, move forward, don't go back. This going back crap, even though we like stepping back in time in these old stores, I think that's kind of dumb. I think that, that's how the calendar works. Look, guess what? It was winter. We're now going forward to spring. Guess what happens after spring? We go forward to summer. And guess what happens to summer? We go forward to autumn. We don't go backwards with our calendar. We go forward. So we need to be doing that with everything in life. Especially, I'm looking forward to aging. It just, I do feel like I have a little more wisdom about stuff like that. So, nothing wrong with that. I'm looking forward to spring. I'm a spring forward. Now, of course, that I know a lot of people complain about that lost hour of sleep.
I know. Well, we haven't had it yet.
We haven't had it yet. In fact, there's 3 weeks in the U.S. Yeah. The U.S. is now only 5 hours behind us.
Yeah, so when it comes out, it's a little different time.
This week, and next week.
I think this has been, it's comes out on 10 a.m. until we have our time change in the U.S. because it's still 3 p.m. here.
Yeah, okay. So that's kind of, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you, Brooke, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I'm excited for
ready
warm
for
weather.
Spring. Ready for
the
warm weather. And I know, I got work to do. That's the thing. Anytime the seasons change, I have work to do. Work around the house, work, with the clothes, work with things like that. But it's good work, and and I'm happy about it. Well, we hope that you guys have enjoyed the conversation.
We'll be back next week with a new bottle of wine and a new topic. If you want to join the conversation, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at WineTogetherPod. And if you don't want to miss out on our regular weekly episodes along with all our bonus content, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts, as well as liking, commenting, and subscribing to our YouTube, Wine Together Podcast.